Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Dom, and this is the recap review for Love Locked. And if you don't know what Love Locked is, it is a IGTV series that the Shade Room has put out there. And ever since they put it out there, I was like, okay, let me see what it's hitting for. Because they did like a little preview and all that other stuff. But I've been watching it. I already saw this episode, but I never got a chance to put up the recap review for it. But here it is. So let's get into it. So everybody is kind of like still thrown off by the people who were let go last night. And I was just like, it is what it is. Pretty much, they are going to keep going. And every time this show comes on, unless they decide that this is going to be a day where everybody's going to be saved and, a curveball is going to be thrown, two people are going to be leaving every time. So it's like, it is what it is. Like whoever had the biggest, craziest secret or however they're going to do it. I don't know if that's the way they're going to do it every time, but yeah. Whoever the person is that has the biggest non-negotiable deal breaker, that person and the person that they've matched them up with, no matter how popular they are going to be sent home. So it is what it is. So anyway, this time, everybody is going to be going out on dates, and it's going to be double dates. And they are going to be painting with the person that they have decided that they want to try to go out on dates with. It's been interesting the way that some of the people have, just straight up been like, I just want to make it be known that I want to go out on a date with you. And I'm like, oh, okay then. Go ahead and take that initiative. I'm here for it. So before the dates and all that stuff happened, the matchmakers, they told everybody, like, look, the guys are going to go get a workout in. The ladies, y'all can go do what y'all going to do. They end up getting in swimsuits, and they go out to the pool, and they talking. So the guys, not only are they working out, they are going to be getting some dirt on the ladies, just like the ladies were able to do last time. And the ladies don't even know this is happening. So they had, I think his name is Dorian Bonds, the PI, to come in. He was talking to them and telling them what they needed to know, and that they were going to have to collectively try to find keys and figure out what was going on and read stuff. But the way they were doing it, they were going to find the stuff, read it, and then put it in their pocket, whatever the dirt was. And of course, they don't know who the person is that they're referring to in each of these notes as to what the dirt is. And they just end up finding out later on. And the men just have to collectively be like, oh, that's the person who need to go, whoever it is. Even if it's their, connection or somebody that they were feeling. They don't know who the person is, so it's not like they can be like, oh, well, they are. It ain't that bad. So it is what it is. So the woman Tokyo, she's very, very vocal, very outspoken. And she has been noticing that a couple of ladies be out here. Like, she just be like, oh, they hating. Oh, they mad. And I'm like, Lord. Like, her and Kelsey right now have been going back and forth. I'm like, oh my gosh. This heifer told these people that Kelsey is salt and she is like Obey. And I guess she heard about it. And she was like, I am definitely not salt. I am not bland. I am very spicy. I was like, child. So anyway, the men are finding out their information, and just their reactions alone have been like, oh my. So yeah, I gotta make sure I get this woman's name right. But I think it's Jamie. Cause she be changing her wig. And I'm like, why is it that I keep on forgetting who I think it's because she changes her wigs. But anyway, Jamie is in the confessional with Naheem. And he's one of the people that everybody live for. He's the dude who, I think has a significant other or a cut buddy or something. He got somebody. He already got a girlfriend or something. Possibly fiance, wife, or whatever. And he was like, I told you that I have kids, right? I got 2 daughters. So she looking kind of like. And so he was like, you ain't got a problem with that, right? And so she was like, it's something to think about. And then he was like, is that a deal breaker? There were crickets. I was like, no. Okay, so there are 2 different ladies who at times, well, one of them in particular, Jamie, she'll change her wig up. That is the person that he was in the confessional with. But the person who was vocal and was like, I want to have a date with Naeem is this woman named Yaz. I don't know if it's Yasmin or Yasmin. So I'm just gonna say Yaz, like everybody else call her, because I don't want to get it messed up. I don't like messing up nobody's name. I try not to butcher nobody's name. My apologies in advance. So he came out there. She and Tokyo were talking, and so Tokyo was like, "Okay, what's up? What's going on?" And he trying to make it seem, trying to make a little bit of small talk before Tokyo basically gives them space to talk to one another. So when Tokyo leaving, she fake fall like halfway in his lap, pretty much on his shin / kneecap. I was like, girl, the way she fake fell, looked like she almost dislocated her knee, almost killing herself trying to fake fall. Like, girl. Child, ain't nobody got time. So anyway, they left. And so, before she left, she was discussing the fact that, they heard that he had kids. Was it true? And he was like, yeah, I got kids. So she was like, well, there's a difference between privacy and secrecy. Now, both of them agreed that, if you were trying to make it seem as though you didn't want to, expose the children to this, I understand that. But don't try to make it a secret, because a lot of these people really be out here having kids and won't even say nothing, and then be like, oh, yeah, I got kids. Like, after the fact, it's like, bro, that's what something you're supposed to say off rip. What is we doing? So they talking, and he has the look. And even the ladies, when all of them were there, somebody said that they don't know how it is. I think it was Jamie. And how he might just be the type that has muscles and ain't got nothing down there. There's nothing that's able to be packed down there. And Tokyo thought that was just her throwing shade and hating. And I'm like, child. Apparently the conversation was very dry to Yaz, and she was not here for it. And it is what it is. Like, she tried to get him to get close, but he ain't had nothing to talk about. He was pretty boring. It is what it is. So now everybody has linked up for their dates, and they're gonna paint and all this good thing, because everybody had to like pretty much ask people out. So yeah, the choices for the most part, I was like, oh, that's interesting, very interesting. They completely mixed it up. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, like, I don't remember who these people are. Like, I still am trying to get these names down. The only person who I know off rip when I see them are Tokyo, Fuli, whatever his name is, because they just be doing the most. I'm surprised they weren't the ones who, well, they might actually be the ones who are, paired up. But yeah, it was kind of weird for some of these people. Because one of the ladies, she's taller than the guy, and she was just like, yeah, if I were to see him outside of here, I would not talk to him. Like, it was weird. And the love experts, or whatever they want to call themselves, are watching from another room in the house, I guess, with remote access to the cameras. And you can see the chemistry, I guess you could say. I think Ashley and Jay are having a date. I feel like Jay gonna go home sooner than later and get him out the way, because right now it's just people like, oh, he's just so fine. I'm just like, y'all ain't even looking at all the people who actually are like really fine like that. But go out, like, I don't know. It's looking a little bit like how Ready to Love at times can be, because it's like y'all setting it off, and it's like almost like, why? Now, we ain't gonna make it seem like ain't nobody fine up in there, but some of the people they be setting it off for, I'm like, it's the muscles, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, Tokyo was linked up with somebody. This guy asked her out, I think it's Keith. And they actually had a great little interaction. I was like, ooh, like their paintings, they actually had to share a canvas, and they painted. And it was actually cool, because he actually like painted a broken heart. And she was like, let me just, and like she filled in the heart. She was like, well, you need to be able to fill it in. And it's crazy because she always has something like that will basically take women back a whole bunch of steps to say. Like one day she was like, love to me is a man swiping that black card or something like that. Like she coming off like a gold digger. And I really be looking at her like, why are you on this show? Like you're obviously not looking for actual love and wanting a lasting relationship. I don't understand why you wasted a spot. So yeah, I mean, all of this stuff go late into the night and all of that. Like they're doing the most. Oh, okay. They feel like Jay and Yaz, they were the ones who were linked up. It was another dude I was talking about. They talking about they feel like they live in the friend zone. Looking at them, I was like, oh my gosh, it's a mess. So yeah, now they gotta look, and the guys are linked up and in front of everybody, and they are one by one revealing the things that they have seen that they ended up, acquiring as they went around the room trying to find, all of these deal breakers. And so they're going around the area. I was about to say room again. They're gonna say outside, going around reading off the deal breakers or whatever. Somebody likes girls more than men, and I already knew the men was gonna be like, oh, that ain't that bad. But it kills me when men think like that. But I'm like, there are so many instances where that's the case, but they be thinking, oh, I'm gonna be able to get me some good old threesomes and foursomes up out of the deal. And it's like, a lot of them don't even want y'all to be a part of the situation. Like, some of them don't even want you to see. Like, they will legit leave you for a whole woman because you thought that you was gonna be able to get up in everybody's drawers, but you weren't. But go off though. So anyway, that was a deal breaker. Somebody was up there and had a boyfriend, was on national television, and was cheating on them. Like it was all kinds of stuff like that. So everybody deemed that was the ultimate deal breaker. So it's already bad enough you was cheating. You did it and embarrassed this person on national TV. So yeah. So then the ladies were brought in and they revealed that that's the deal breaker. So I think it was Ashley. She was like, that was not my proudest moment. That was definitely me. And, I'm still a boss bee. Like she just continuously, that's something I did not like about her from the rip. It's like, if you have to announce that you are this all day, every day, you're not. She has to continuously announce that she is this boss. I'm like, but no. But anyway, she kept saying, I've changed and da-da-da-da-da. Like, I've learned from this situation. And so, Foley ended up being the person that they deemed to be the person that she was supposed to be matched with. He was like, that ain't even fair. Like, she did her dirt. What they got to do with me? And I'm like, you know how the process goes now. So instead of them meeting in the foyer to further explain why they were matched, she ain't want to hear nothing nobody had to do. She telling the camera people to get out her way. Like, we ain't got nothing else to discuss. Let me go get my stuff. He in the foyer like, man, ain't nothing for us to discuss. Y'all did me dirty. You did me wrong. And they're looking like, no, we didn't. Like, y'all both, like, Chi Love, or however she pronounces her name. She had to, come on camera and was like, look, she said that she wanted a man who could handle her and was aggressive and all this other stuff. And that's what he was and all this other stuff. And that's why we linked them together. And so, talking about, and he said he wanted somebody that was raw. And he was like, that ain't raw because she sat up there and cheated. That ain't raw. I was like, oh my God, no. I mean, they both so mad. It's hilarious. And like, they finally got them to be in the confessional together. And so they just going back and forth. He was just like, nah, you're not any of the things that you think you are. I was like, oh God. But yeah, it was hilarious. That was hilarious. I don't know where they're gonna go after this, but this episode was hilarious to me. I really feel like, again, like I said, once they get Jay and Naheem up out of there, they might be able to see what people like Keith can bring to the table, because I think Naheem really do have a whole hell out here and some more, and they living for him. And they might be right about not packing down their situation. Not sure. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. Turn on the notification bells. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.